Okay, okay. And I've got everyone's coming to the computer, so maybe that made something have to happen. Okay, okay. So recording in process, everyone's good who's here in real life? Yeah, okay, okay. So standing on our mats and just feeling our feet connect to the floor, feeling our stomach muscles pulling in. And now coming into stillness so that you just feel both feet really pressing down into the floor. So let's have our hands come to our lower belly so you can really feel the diaphragm expanding downwards and making your lower belly expand on the inhale. And on the exhale, feeling all that pull in. So this whole sort of swath of muscles feel like it's hugging inwards. So just focusing on your breath, nice big inhale. Powerful exhale. Maybe just staring at the floor, or if you're feeling balanced, try closing your eyes. And really feel the power of the exhale, sort of really activating your whole mid body, maybe starting to heat you up. Good. Letting your hands release, opening your eyes. Let's start on the inhale, reaching your arms up, nice long spine, palms come together. Exhale at heart center. Good. So at your own pace, whenever you inhale, you really reach, feel that big expansion. And then exhale to heart center, shoulders down, pressing into your hands. So you feel this whole engagement through your chest and arms. Inhale whenever it comes up. Exhale, feel your feet pressing into the floor, shoulders pressing down, hands pressing together. Good. Maybe as you go, thinking of the words long on the inhale, really reaching up. And then on the exhale, feel strong and grounded. One more time. Just going to pause with our hands at heart center, looking down at the floor or closing our eyes again, really engaging those stomach muscles. And coming back to that powerful breath, we want to keep that this whole session where you feel the nice full inhale and the diaphragm pulling down. And then on the exhale, you really feel those whole swath of muscles, your rectus abdominis, pulling in very powerfully on the exhale. Good, wonderful. Letting your arms come down, shaking out, and let's come to our chair or our table, whatever support you have, and let's stepping back until it's sort of like a downward dog. You can also have your hands, your elbows bent. That's another way you can do it if that feels better. Depending what your shoulders want, your head can come down onto your forearms, or you can just have your head kind of in space. This with the lengthened out arms, that might be too much for your shoulders. So just, being mindful. My computers are being a bit funny today, so if I suddenly disappear, just log back on. So we're in our downward dog, and I want you to focus on feeling that really nice stretch down your hamstrings. Maybe gently pressing your hips backwards so you feel your spine getting a really nice long stretch. So on your inhale, I want you to feel that nice long spine. I also want on the inhale for you to let your stomach muscles just relax. So your diaphragm's helping you get a big full breath, and your stomach muscles are just kind of letting go towards the floor. So that on the exhale, you can powerfully draw those stomach muscles in, almost like they're trying to hug your spine. And I find with this one, because I let my muscles sort of flop down towards or my stomach flop down towards the floor, it helps me really feel the sensation of pulling those rectus abdominis muscles inwards on the exhale. Good. So just to change things up a little bit, if it feels okay for your back, kind of wag your tail. So letting your hips go side to side. If that feels okay. If you have low back issues, you might not want to do this. Good. And then we're going to very slowly first straighten out your back again, get that long feeling in your spine. And then I want you to slowly start rolling up your spine as you walk forward. So you're slowly coming up to standing, just rolling up your spine. Your head's going to be the last thing to come up. Good. And when you get to the top, I want you to firm up your stomach muscles, let your hips come forward. And inhale to look up, letting your shoulders relax down. So now we're feeling a big stretch up the front of our bodies. Maybe if you feel balanced, letting go of the chair, just letting your arms drip down on either side, your shoulders relaxed. Good. And then coming back up straight. Wonderful. So holding onto the chair if you like. And let's take our hips in a circle. So nice rounding circles, just waking up the hips. Wonderful. And then back around the other way. Hooray. Now we're going to step back, your right leg coming into a lunge. Just sort of a normal hips forward lunge, getting a nice stretch in the back of your right leg, gently bending into your front knee. So what we're going to try is on the inhale, we're going to lift our chest, getting a big stretch up the front body. So it's sort of like from the quad all the way up, you're getting this big stretch. And then on the exhale, really engaging your stomach muscles to bring yourself back upright. So it's sort of like the inhale, you're extending your abdominal muscles. And then on the exhale, you're contracting your abdominal muscles. Just being sure that you're not crunching your spine in any way. So inhale to lengthen all these muscles. Exhale to contract them to bring you back upright. So we're using that really powerful exhale. Good. So now we're going to get into our feet a little bit. I'm just going to change the angle of the camera. So we're going to press up onto our toes if your feet agree, and then slowly pressing the heel back down, but like almost like you're resisting the floor. So let's inhale to press up, feeling those nice strong feet. And then exhale, slowly pressing the heel down like you're resisting. So you're getting a real good foot stretch and you're feeling the bottom of your feet engaged. So inhale up, exhale, slowly coming on down. And just for fun, let's also have our stomach muscles going. So feeling that real hugging in of the core muscles on the exhale. Slowly pressing off my socks. Good, wonderful. So now let's just pick up that right foot, giving it a little bit of a shake, maybe circling our ankles one way and the other, maybe getting your toes moving a bit. And then with that same right leg, since we've got it up in the air, let's just do a few hip circles going outward. So your knee is bent, we're just opening up that hip. Good, wonderful. So we're going to kind of start all that process over from the beginning. So shaking out your legs if you need. And let's reach back our hips again, coming into our standing downward dog. So maybe you've got your elbows bent with your head on your forearms. Maybe you've got your arms reaching out if your shoulders agree. So lengthening out the spine, your hips are reaching backwards. Good. So we want on the inhale to feel nice, long stretch in the spine, creating space between all the vertebrae. And then let's add in on the exhale, powerfully drawing in those stomach muscles. It's almost like on the inhale, you can just really let go of all those stomach muscles. And then on the exhale, you really feel the contraction of them pulling upwards. Good. While we're still here, maybe letting your hips go side to side so you're getting a stretch up your side body, but only if your back agrees. Good. Then bringing your spine nice and straight again. And slowly start rolling up your spine, starting at the base of your spine, slowly walking towards the chair and rolling up till your head is the very last thing. No hurry at all, but if you're already there, strong core, letting your hips sort of sway forward, looking upwards, letting maybe your arms relax if you're feeling balanced. So you're getting now a big stretch up the front body. Good. And strengthen your core, coming back upright. Let's just let our hips go side to side. That's just sort of what feels good to me at the moment. So just letting them sort of swoosh side to side. And then let's step back the left leg now. So whichever leg you haven't stepped back yet, doing that, please. So we're going to do that pattern again. Then on the inhale, you lengthen out the front body, looking upwards, feeling that big lengthening of the abdominal muscles. And then on the exhale, contracting abdominal muscles. So inhale to expand. Exhale, it's like the bottom of your ribs and the top of your hip bones are trying to like come together. They're like drawing together really powerfully. This is one of those things that you really have to get your brain into it. And really get your brain talking to the muscles, telling them to really contract and pull in on the exhale. Good. Now let's get into the feet. So that feeling on the inhale where you're pressing up through your toes and then slowly reaching your heel down towards the floor, but resisting the floor. So you're really feeling the bottoms of your feet working as you press up. And then it's almost like you're hovering in space. You're pressing downwards, but you're also trying to kind of prevent yourself. So you're feeling a lot going on in the bottom of your foot. So inhale up, exhale slowly, resisting the floor. Good, keep going. I'm just having a bit of a look. Good, wonderful. And then we're going to take that left leg and then just do some hip circles, opening it up to the side. See what your hip has to say as you're just gently circling the hip outward. Good, wonderful. So we're gonna now move the chair out of our way. And we're gonna be coming onto our mat. Just need to get into our breathing again. So let's inhale, reaching our arms up, palms together, exhale, feeling the core, feeling the chest engaged. So just a few more of these, just to fill us up with air. So remembering the feeling of long and then exhale strong. Good, wonderful. One more big inhale and big, strong exhale. Wonderful. Keeping your hands together, heart center. Let's step the left leg forward, the right leg back. We're in our lovely lunge again. We don't have the chair, but if you want to have the chair close, go for it. But we're feeling the core engaging again, that feeling of the bottom of the ribs and the top of the hip bones contracting together while still keeping your spine long. Especially on the exhale, feeling your lower belly pulling in. So inhale, a nice long spine, keeping your hips where they are. Exhale, just twisting a little bit. So you're feeling that contraction and that little bit of a twist. So you're feeling your obliques getting involved. And inhale back to center. Exhale, really powerful, engaging your core and twist. Good. So just breathing at your own pace. Your inhale brings you back through center, feeling that long spine. Exhale, feeling really strong. Oh man, I'm feeling this. If your back has a tendency to get unhappy, just don't twist as much. You can still get a lot out of this just by telling your brain to really contract these muscles. Good, wonderful. Letting your hands go, just letting them shake out a little bit. Bending your back knee and then hopping it forward till we're standing on both feet. And let's just do some side bends. So inhale, reaching up, grabbing your hands. Exhale, bending to the side. Inhale, coming on up. Exhale, bending to the other side. So those muscles we are just contracting, just stretching them out. Nice big full breath. Good, wonderful. Letting your arms come down on either side, shaking them out. And now let's step back. Oh, jeepers, the other leg, whichever the other leg is. I think it's the left leg. Yes, whichever one you haven't done yet. So feeling your feet pressing into the ground, your back leg is straight, your front leg is bent, hips nice and square. Bring your hands to heart center. So just for a moment or two, feel the inhale, nice long spine. On the exhale, feeling those stomach muscles contracting. It's like they're contracting together. Your lower belly's really pulling in. Maybe thinking of on the inhale, it's like you're trying to expand as much as possible in your trunk. And then on the exhale, it's like as your muscles pull in, it's like you're trying to press out every last little bit of air. Good. So when you're ready, let's start the twist. So inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, a little bit of a twist. Keeping the hips square. Inhale through center. Exhale, a little twist. Yep, keeping your shoulders relaxed and down. Nice, powerful breath, really pulling in on the exhale. Just a few more. Good, wonderful. Letting your arms go, letting them just shake out. Bending your back knee and then hopping your foot forward. I really feel like letting my hips go side to side. Just doing what feels good. Let's do a few more side bends. So inhaling your arms up, grasping your hands, exhale one way. Inhale coming up. Exhale the other. Good, wonderful. Letting those arms come down. Now we're going to do a big hip opener. So let's just get our hips a little bit more open. So this is a bit of a balance because you're picking up one foot and you're just opening up your hip to the side, making sure the hip is ready. And it's a balance. Good, and then the other side. So having your strong core, maybe staring at something. Good, wonderful. Shaking everything out. We're going to be doing a muscular thing again. So just giving your body a little bit of a holiday, making sure everybody's happy. And then we're going to open up our legs. Let's start with our hands on our hips. So we want our knees and our feet to be pointing the same direction. And bending your knees, coming on down if this feels okay for your knees. And then strong glutes coming on up. So nice long spine. If your knees don't love this, modify and do something that feels good. There's no use in angering our knees. Good. So if this is feeling okay, we're going to add in the arms. So the important thing is that you're really engaging your glutes as you come up. So the arms are nice broad chest. We're going to bend in our elbows as we come down and then reaching our arms up as we come up. So let's exhale on the way down. Feel that really strong stomach muscles pulling in. So we're inhaling to feel really nice and long in the spine. And then exhale, we're squeezing in our elbows so you feel your lats waking up, and we're squeezing in our stomach muscles. Good. So that powerful exhale, squeezing in all those stomach bits. Good. Reaching up. This time on the exhale, we're going to stay in it and just noticing the breath. And on the exhale, really feeling the stomach muscles pulling in. Your glutes are probably working. And if you have flip-floppy ankles, don't do the next thing because I don't want you to hurt your ankles. But if you feel like it, you can push through your toes to lift up your heel on one side, then slowly resisting the floor, bringing that heel back down. So only do this if you can really trust your ankles. If you have super flexible, ankles, maybe don't do this. Good. So one more time on each side because this is getting tiring. Good. Wonderful. Let's get out of this. So let's inhale, reaching up. Exhale, let the arms come down, bringing your feet so they're facing forward, hands on hips. And I just think this would feel nice right now, but do whatever feels like a relief. I feel like letting my body twist a little bit, kind of like a speed skater type feeling. So just going with whatever you feel like, whatever feels good. Good. Wonderful. So let's shake out our legs. Time's moving along. So we're going to come on to the floor. But before we go there, let's just do a few more. Inhale, reaching up nice and long. Palms together. Exhale, nice and strong. Just a few more of these. Fill us up with air. Pressing your hands together, core engaged. One more time. Good, wonderful. So let's now for real make our way down to the floor. We're going to come onto our backs, please. When you get there, no rush. We're going to hug our knees in. And just let our bodies roll from side to side, just getting a bit of a massage into the floor. Good. Now we're going to put down the right foot, crossing over the left. And just hugging in our legs, finding a way to get that big stretch in the outside of your left leg. And maybe just for fun, to keep engaging the core. As you inhale, feel your lower belly expanding, and on the exhale, pulling everything in the core, and maybe drawing in your knees a little bit more. So inhale, let things expand. Exhale, powerful core, maybe pulling in your knees a little bit more. Keeping your lower back happy. We don't need to squash our lower back into the floor. It's like your pelvis and your upper back are what's getting kind of grounded into the floor, not your happy little arch in your back. Wonderful. Putting your right foot back on the floor. Let's let our knees flop to the left so that your left leg's just gently pressing down on that right thigh. So you're getting a big stretch from the outside of your right thigh, kind of twisty. Arms opening up. Maybe getting a stretch through your biceps and underarm. And just relaxing in this one, letting that nice twisty thing happen through those abdominal muscles we've been using. Wonderful, bringing everything back through center, taking a minute to get your spine untwisty, maybe hugging in your knees, maybe lengthening out your body if that feels good. And when you're ready, we're going to do all that on the other side. So crossing over your right foot, hugging everything in. And if you feel like it, doing that breath of letting your core expand on the inhale, and on the exhale, feel the pulling in of the stomach muscles, maybe pulling in your legs a bit more. Good. Putting that left foot down on the floor and letting everything flop to the right, opening up your arms, palms facing up, and just relaxing this and then for a moment or two, just feeling that nice stretch. Wonderful. Bringing everything back through center, getting your spine happy, whether pulling in your knees or maybe lengthening everything out, just get untwisted. And then when you're ready, feet on the floor, knees bent. Now we're going to get into our Pilates pillar feeling. So feeling your pelvic floor pulling up, your abdominal muscles pulling in like we've been doing, trying to feel like your hip bones are drawing together, like you've got this belt that's pulling in your hip bones. Nice long spine, reaching your arms alongside your hips, palms facing in, and now squeeze your arms in so you feel like you're squeezing your underarms, feeling your lats waking up. Now staying here if your neck is a bit tricky. If your neck is feeling good, we're going to inhale, feeling that nice long spine. And as you exhale, contracting everything, lifting your head and just a bit of your shoulders. And then inhale, coming on down. So exhale, contracting the whole time, keeping your lower back happy. We don't want to squish our lower back into the floor. Going with your own breath. Feeling everything contracting on that powerful exhale. Just a few more. Don't forget about your pelvic floor pulling up. It's like the whole core is kind of trying to compact. Good. Letting your shoulders come down, but keeping that engagement in your core. Hands on the floor. Now we're going to have exhale, drawing in your knee and feeling your lower belly really contracting. Inhale, putting the foot down. Exhale, same foot pulling in. So the idea is your leg is pretty relaxed, but it's like your lower core. It's really contracting to draw that knee in. Good. Keeping engagement in your core, switching legs. Remembering we don't need to squash the lower back into the floor. Good. Putting that foot down, but keeping that engagement in your core. Just taking a moment or two just to make sure on the exhale, you're still feeling the pelvic floor pulling in and up, feeling the whole body getting really, really engaged. Let's again have our arms alongside our hips, squeezing in so you feel your lats engaged. Feeling a lot going on. Then when you're ready on an exhale, drawing your head up and let's hold here. So breathing deep on the exhale, feeling everything squeezing in powerfully. Let's hold it for a few more breaths. Good, wonderful. Listening to your neck. If your neck gets angry, just put it down. Otherwise, keep going. Just a few more breaths. Really feeling your ribs trying to contract towards your hip bones. Good, and then slowly lowering down. Let's reach our arms overhead, lengthening out our legs, letting our back arch and just stretching out those stomach muscles. Maybe flexing your feet if that feels good. If your shoulders are unhappy, you can just leave them down and still get this nice stretch. Good, wonderful. So one more muscular thing. So bending your knees again. And we're going to really engage the core. Hands alongside the hips, palms facing down. We're going to do our glute bridges, but keeping the core and the pelvic floor really engaged. So we're going to exhale, coming up, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the core, and then like you're resisting the floor, slowly coming down on the inhale, keeping your core super strong. So exhale to come up. Inhale, keeping the core engaged, everything really strong, slowly coming down. So keep going with your own breath. Good. Keep going, remembering about the pelvic floor, having it pulled in. Good. Wonderful. Hooray. So letting your hips come down. Let's do one more long stretch out. We're done with the muscular stuff. So stretching out your body, however feels good. Taking a nice big inhale, then as you exhale, walk up your feet, giving your knees a hug. Maybe you want to do some knee circles, just roll from side to side, whatever suits your fancy. Hugging in your knees one more time. Nice big inhale, and then just letting everything flop open in Shavasana, the most important part. Oh, so just breathing deep. Imagining all your muscles like a sponge, and you've just been squeezing out those muscles, and now just totally let them relax. Let those lovely muscles fill back up and have a rest. If you need to move along with your day, start moving your feet. If you can stay in Shavasana, please do so. It's really, even though it feels like you're just laying there, it's the most important part. So just breathing deep and staying there if you can. Otherwise, moving your body around however feels good. And then gradually rolling onto your side with your knees bent. Resting there for a moment. And then bringing yourself up to seated. Let's just let our hands rest on our knees. Looking down at the floor or closing your eyes and just taking in a nice full breath, letting it go on the exhale. Thinking about how wonderful you are. And namaste. Well, thank you.
Namaste. Thank you.
I'm gonna now